Aries, welcome to the channel. It's Michelle, your practical priestess here at Divinely Genuine. So we're here to do your full moon in Scorpio tarot reading for April 29th, 2018. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and bless the cards, commune with spirit. I do want you to know that if you're here because you are a sun sign Aries, it is very important for you to Google your natal chart, natal birth chart, and find out your moon sign as well as your ascendant, excuse me, or rising sign. And all you need to do that is your date of birth, birth time, and place of birth. If you don't know your exact birth time, if you cannot get it, if you cannot get that, narrow it down as much as you can according to the time of day. But the only way to ensure accuracy is to have the birth time. Alright, Aries, so let's get into it. Spirit, just ask that you would bless this reading for me to be a clear channel, to be able to communicate to Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant on how to navigate the energies of the full moon in Scorpio, what to expect, any advice, insight, or guidance you have for all Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising during this full moon in Scorpio on the 29th of April, 2018. Oh gosh, oh my goodness. And Spirit, sorry guys, I ask that you would protect my energy from interfering with the reading, and that the energy of the reading not attach itself to me, that I would be a clear channel of communication from you to the audience. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising during the full moon in Scorpio. Alright. So yeah, once you guys find out, if you don't know already, your moon sign and ascendant sign, you can then watch the different, I feel like we're a little too far away here, but at least you guys can see the deck. Anyways, you can watch the different videos. Like my sun sign is a Virgo, so, you know, throughout my childhood and, you know, all the years, I just thought about Virgo and watched Virgo or read Virgo stuff when I was a kid. And then I found out my moon sign, which I resonated more with, as the moon is our emotional inner world. It is also our instincts and reactions. The sun sign is said to be what we're working towards. And the ascendant is what I watch now, as that sets up your whole chart as far as the houses, and this may sound like mumbo jumbo if you're not familiar with astrology, but because I have a stellium of planets in my ascendant, I tend to watch those videos when seeking like guidance and stuff like that. So it's very interesting. The ascendant sign is said to be the lens through which we see the world. So there's those three components that make up most of our psychology or characteristics of our personality. But your whole natal chart is full of all kind of stuff that, oh my gosh. I have a lot of stray cats around my apartments, and it's like 2 or 3 in the morning right now, so sorry about that. Probably should speak up. I feel like I'm whispering. What was I saying? Oh, the natal birth chart. I do offer readings for that. If you'd like a natal birth chart reading, if you'd like specific things, I can quote you prices on those, as a natal birth chart can get kind of pricey, a whole reading, the entire reading. There's so much in it. You can tell your soul's purpose, things about your past life, each house and set. I mean, there's just so much. And it takes time, you know. So I'm also offering transit readings as far as like Jupiter being in Scorpio and how that will affect you. So yeah, if you'd like some help figuring out your moon sign and ascendant, you can leave me in the comments your birth time for sure, date of birth, and place of birth. And I'm trying to keep these cards from mixing up too much. And I will, you know, at no charge figure that out for you. Not a big deal at all. And it's very helpful. Alright, Spirit, I just ask again that you would bless this reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for the full moon in Scorpio on, April 29th, 2018. And that I would be a clear channel of communication from you to the audience without my energy interfering. And that the energy of the reading not attach itself to me. I thank you for it, Spirit. You know, some people believe that, as I was saying, the sun represents the what you're working towards, and the moon is your inner world. Some people believe that the sun is more of a masculine archetype or influence, or maybe males resonate more with their sun sign, and females, or a someone who's more female, has more feminine qualities, resonates more with their moon sign. And it's kind of like, you know, in the Wiccan belief, they believe in, like, sun would be God and moon goddess. So to each his own, whatever resonates, right? But I feel like I do see more men resonating, or more masculine type, resonating with their sun sign, and women, or more feminine type, with their moon sign. It really just depends on the person. But you will see, as you start to learn yourself in astrology, you will see all three components in your personality. So yeah. Sorry, I could go on and on about it. I just love astrology. It's so awakening. It's so accurate that it's like mind-boggling. It's like the fate of the stars, and we can use it as guidance, you know. Yeah, so follow me on all the socials and hit me up if you would like a reading of any sort. Alright. Okay, Aries, let's get on into your full moon reading. Oh, I don't know why I'm turning them all over like that. I normally don't do that. Maybe it's because I moved my desk. I'm a little off. Alright, so we've got a Six of Swords. Swords are usually represent... I don't like how the camera's angled. I'm going to pause it and mess with it a sec. I'm sorry. There's so much space over here and it seems far away. Okay, I feel like that's a little better. Yeah, that's better. And then hopefully you guys can hear me better. Alright, so Six of Swords. Swords represent decisions. The 6 represents the house of Virgo in astrology, which is going to be like service, health. Virgo represents like the work you do. So 6 of Swords, sorry, I didn't even show you guys the card. It's the Six of Swords. Okay. Let me get to it for you. Six of Swords is the escape of the mind. Transition, the mind exploring, the process of learning and discovery. Testing hypothesis, the journey for its own sake. Escape, getting lost in learning. Moving through uncertainty. Endless seeking, learning something new. Learning something new will allow you to move on. Okay, so it's transition, okay? Learning something new, transition, the mind exploring, the process of learning and discovery. Okay, the escape of the mind. Let's see if I have something to save the page. Alright, let's get a little further into the reading. So for some of you, you're going to be transitioning and there's change, and others of you, you're just maybe feeling the need to, during this transition, escape mentally. We've got the Lover card reversed as the advice position for you, Aries. So the Lover light attributes is great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation for someone or something. Shadow side, obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Okay, so inwardly, you want to focus on being devoted to your passions and whatever you love and whomever you love as you transition, or use that as your escape of the mind, which would be thinking of your passions and your love, not being overly obsessive to where you're self-destructing. Okay? Yet instead focusing on the passions, the love, what's important to you as you transition during this full moon. The Six of Wands. So you guys have another 6. Again, that's the house of Libra. That's the house of Virgo. It's going to be service to others. It's going to also be health and the work we do daily. Six of Wands. So Wands is typically an idea, representing the mind in the way of an idea, not so much a decision, like the Six of Swords. Six of Wands, the heroic return of the Sun King. Triumph and victory, achievement, being the best, outshining others, gaining the admiration of others, being lauded for your efforts, becoming a leader. You guys are totally leaders. Aries is totally a leader sign. Showing by example, being a hero, being placed upon a pedestal, hero worship. Okay, awesome. So you guys are leading, gaining admiration, triumph and victory, being recognized. That's beautiful. So this transition into this victory of achievement goes well as you take the advice and not become self-destructive or obsessive, yet focusing on the passion, your passions and your love, and the things that give you passion and love, the things that make you feel that spark, the things that inspire you. Aries, you guys are good at getting things off the ground and getting them started more than any other sign. You're the first sign. But you guys require, which I relate to this, you require that inspiration, that drive, that motivation, and it comes from what you care about. Okay? So as you do that, you're going to have victory, achievement, you're going into a good place, becoming a leader, showing by example. And you have the servant card as advice. So that's 3 cards already that are saying it's something about during this full moon, you guys being of service to others, what service you're giving to the world. What are you offering the world? Aries, what is it that you want to serve the world with? That's coming out and it's coming to fruition, part of that during this full moon in Scorpio. So servant is delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. So beautiful. Shadow sign, using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward in life. If you have not already, look up Justin from Co-Creators on YouTube or read the book The Secret. There's probably a audio for that as well. It's about the law of attraction. Thinking about like lack of money only brings you more lack of money. You have to, basically in this belief system, and I found it to be true, it's just like the belief of manifesting. I found it to be true because I've watched it happen. Basically, you think, talk, and write about what you would like to happen, your dreams, and you'll literally see them come to fruition. This belief says that, sorry, I just got distracted by my camera. An email came up. This belief says that we are always manifesting, that our thoughts are always being manifested by the universe. So we have to be intentional with our thoughts. We have to catch negative thoughts of problem solving and turn those into basically thoughts of faith and not fear. I say that just because with the servant card here, the shadow was using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward. Okay, so if you're seeing that you don't have the funds, just start speaking it, start thinking it, start seeing what you want happen, come to place. I have done this. I've written it in a journal after watching like a YouTube video on manifesting. Oh my gosh. So sorry, guys. Anyway, I've written it in a journal and totally forgot that I did it. Found the journal a year later, and it literally described the house I was living in. It was crazy. And that's how manifesting works. So write it in a journal, freaking toss it aside, don't even worry about it, and just watch yourself from thinking of any kind of lack or limitation thinking, as you're only going to get more of what you're focusing on. And I strongly believe that. I mean, I'm sorry that I'm messing with the camera. I got to get it straight here. Now it's not wanting to. There we go. You can feel it in your energy. It's much more than that, but there's your proof if you're someone that needs proof. If you think negative, more negative comes and you just feel that energy go down. If you think positive, more positive thoughts come, okay? All right, sorry. I just feel so strongly about that, and I wish they would have told us that growing up. We need to teach our kids this stuff. So we've got the 10 of Swords, and it's reversed. 10 is completion, I believe. I need to look, though, because I think that 9 is completion in numerology. This is reversed, so it's going to represent the inward state. Again, swords typically represent the mind in the form of final, fixed, or decisions. The 10th house in astrology is the house of Capricorn or Saturn. So it's teaching you structure, boundaries, that kind of thing. Okay, so the 10 of Swords is the death of God. Destruction, the death of the old self. Self-analysis and critique, which is necessary but painful. Taking something apart to assess it. Removing old thought patterns. How funny, I was just saying that. Sorry, I'm all messing with my... devastation, the dark night of the soul leading to rebirth. Okay, guys, so the way the reading's going, It's like you get to triumph, and then you have to work on controlling those thoughts, okay, to keep yourself up there, okay? Do not self-destruct. If it becomes hard, or if you go through anything really tough during this, all that's coming through with this reading is sort of a reminder to remove those old thought patterns. You're only suffering as much as you allow your mind to cause you to suffer. You know, like, there's people that seem so peaceful when they're going through the hardest times, and I'm pretty sure it's because they're, you know, practicing self-mastery in more than one way, but I bet one of those ways is controlling those negative thoughts, those self-destructive behaviors and thoughts, and mastering the mind with what they would like to see happen. And it's more than just being positive or negative. I'm telling you that the universe gives you what you're thinking about. I know it sounds crazy because we're not taught this, but yeah. Okay, so the advice is the student card. And that is humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Shadow side, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge. Unwillingness to translate knowledge. Oh my gosh. Guys, I am terribly sorry. I don't want to redo the video though. Dude, man. Let's see. I wonder if I still have it the same way. Yeah, I do. Okay. Let me try to get this straight. I'm really sorry. I took my time trying to set everything up too, so I wouldn't have this issue. So much for that. Thank you for y'all's patience. Oh my goodness, it's quite annoying. What if we do? I should have just left it alone, you know? Okay. So, student, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge. Okay, Aries, you gotta try not to be arrogant. You guys rush in and you're full of that cardinal fire. Take a step and take in what you've learned. Take in some guidance and knowledge that you've learned along the way so it's less painful, okay? All right, so just to reiterate, you guys are transitioning inwardly, focusing on your passions and the things that you're devoted to that bring you love and passion during this transition. Sorry guys, let me turn back here. That's right, the achievement, being the best, being the leader, outshining others, as you delight in serving with a pure and loving heart. That's where you want to be, guys. So focus on your passions, serve, triumph, and victory with pure and loving heart. And then as any opposition comes, you're going to release negative thought patterns, things that aren't serving you, and take that knowledge with devotion. Be devoted with humility to that knowledge that you've learned. All right. Happy full moon, Aries. Love you guys. Howl at the moon. Peace.